Oh boy, I do get asked that question. They seem to be about the same size, Victor and Jason. So as far as that goes, there's no advantage there. I think if you were really getting down to it, there might be a slight edge, and very slight, to Victor because he's a little more unpredictable. And I did that purposely when I started, you know, the first movie. I wanted to make Victor kind of twitchy and fast and unpredictable, and in that way, because I was never a fan of Jason running. I never thought it should happen. I thought he was very methodical, even though it doesn't make sense that they run their asses off, and I walk very slowly and still catch the motherfuckers. A couple reasons for that, though. First of all, I know all the shortcuts, and those are my woods. And the girls always trip and fall. The guys always stop and rest when they think it's safe so I can catch them. But anyway, even though it was kind of ludicrous, I never thought Jason should run just a slow, plodding, methodical character. That's just how I saw it. With Victor, I thought, oh, let's do something a little different. He's not going to speak, you know, he's still going to be a silent, crazy, weird-looking killer, but let's make him kind of quick and unpredictable. And that part of it, if you ever watch the extras on the first Hatchet movie, you'll see that I scared the shit out of the rest of the cast. It's funny as hell to watch. It's called Meeting Victor Crowley. And they talk to all the actors and actresses that were victims about how it was to work with me. And they just, without fail, say it was scary as hell because half the time, and you see it in the extras, they never saw what I looked like until they were on camera for the first time to look at Victor. I think that was a great idea because how can they feel like comfortable with the character when they're looking at me for the very first time on camera? I would walk around, I was a stunt coordinator, and there's pictures of me. I'd walk around with a big parka with a hood and a visor and a face thing that covered up, so all you could see is my eyes. So even though I was setting up a stunt, they had never seen what I looked like until they were on camera. And the best version of that is when I come out with a belt sander. They're all looking at the raccoon that is a fake scare, and they're like, oh, it's only a raccoon. And then I come out behind them. And the girl, Jolie, the actress, turns around and looks at me, and she's the one I sand her face off with the belt sander. She turned, and you can see this in the movie. She turns and looks at me and is so shit scared, she drops to her knees crying. And we're like, wow, what a great actress. And she's just so fucking terrified that she couldn't even look me in the eyes after that. So I think it helped her performance and certainly didn't make it uninteresting for me. I like to do that stuff anyway. And you know, even Dion, the actor playing Marcus, I think it was, right? Marcus? Anybody? Yeah. Even though he wanted to be kind of a tough guy, he admitted that, yeah, it was scary to look at for the first time. And then we did stuff like with Joel David Moore, we set up a thing where I had to throw the hatchet at him. And Adam came up with this idea, Adam Green, the director, writer, producer, said, let's fuck with Joel a little bit and get into a mock argument about throwing the hatchet. So I said, okay, so what we did was I had the real hatchet, because there was one real hatchet, steel with a wooden handle, that I would use in some scenes. And Adam started the argument by, well, while Joel is listening off camera, but he's listening to us saying, Adam's saying, I don't want you to use the real hatchet to throw at him. And I'm like, don't worry, I'm a stuntman, I can throw it, it'll be fine, it'll look better. I need the real hatchet for my character. And he's like, it's not safe. I said, I don't care, let's go, let's just roll the cameras. And so Joel is going, what? Wait a minute, he's going to throw it, right? Action! And of course I threw a fake one, but he was terrified. I should have known. He talks on camera about it. I should have known, but it still got him. And then, of course, Mercedes McNabb from Buffy. Yeah. She made the mistake of saying, you know, Kane never scared me on the set. He scared all the other actors, but he never scared me. And I said, you know, you're asking for it now. I heard you say that. So now guess what? Joel goes into Mercedes' dressing room with the camera saying, okay, well, I just want to get some shots of you talking about working on the movie and stuff, and I'm hiding in her bathroom. And he rolls the camera, and she's talking, yeah, it's fun, it's not all that scary, and I come busting out in full costume and makeup, and I scared her so bad, she said she actually did piss a little bit. Probably not the first time I've made somebody do that, but she goes, okay, now I know not to be a smartass anymore.